Hey kids, it's time for another exciting episode of KWJUDAS.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Nick Johnson here on KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio. Thank you all so much for being with us tonight.
Yes, sir.
It's much obliged, much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Nick, for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
It's cool to finally meet you in person and such. We're like Facebook friends.
Well, we met before. We played a show, and You don't remember.
Right. I'm sorry that I he says that he's even seen our band.
I have, yeah. The Duffa Quorum, dude. Check out my last video. I have your T-shirt on. Big fan.
Yeah, we played a show, which your band might have played.
I think it was with Scam of the Century. Yeah, I think we played with you guys, and it was I know for a fact it was at the Urban Lounge.
Yeah, I remember that show. It was during the COVID season, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So everybody had to sit like far away from each other.
Yeah.
Well, at least they were trying to.
Yeah, and we were watching your guys' setup, and we were like, "What the fuck is this band?" Like, got horns, and like the sound check was kind of weird, and then you guys played, and it was like, "Holy shit!" I've never been blown away harder by a local band in my entire life. It was so sick, man. That's why I bought a shirt. That's why I rep your shit, and that's why I'm here right now.
Word.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you kind of heard about our show through just, like, I guess still kind of through Facebook, right?
No, I played the show.
I mean, the KWJUDAS show.
No, yeah, through you. I heard about, you just said if somebody wants to hop on, and I'm a fan of your music, so I was like, fuck, I'll hop on. Yeah.
Word. Well, I'm a fan of your music too, man.
Thank
you. It's really cool shit.
Thank you.
You get a lot of acoustic soloists out there, but not too many that do what you do.
Yeah.
So, when you're recording this, are you doing all the parts at once, or are you layering it?
No, it's all at once. All of that's one take. Yeah.
Nice.
It's all one take, and that's kind of the whole vibe of fingerstyle guitar. That's the whole point. Is
right.
Doing it all one take, or not one take, but one track.
Right.
So everything you hear is
when it sounds like you got two parts going on, you're playing both parts at once.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
That was one of the first things that I was wondering while I was listening to your music was, are you using a loop pedal, or are you playing this all at once?
I also questioned that when I first heard it, but then if you actually are listening, you're like, no, he's using like crazy techniques, like like very, very well, using them very well, like well done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the whole idea, and I don't know. Keeping that integrity is kind of hard because it's really easy to, like, oh, I can fucking, like I can fake that.
Fake
but
it.
I don't at all. So it's all one track. Like, those techniques are legit. So
and very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. Now that we've all sat and jerked ourselves off a little bit, let's play another song, shall we?
Let's go. Yeah.
The name of that last one was Delirium.
Yep.
And we have Bracer up next, if that's cool.
Let's go.
All right. This is Nick Johnson here on KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio.
Oh, yeah.
So we were just talking about another song of his called the No Soul Blues, and unlike with a lot of the shows, we had the opportunity to do the Derpinschly commercial before Nick got here. So we used that song as the background music of the Derpinschly commercial, which kind of makes us not really want to play the song itself, but we can play the Derpinschly commercial right after this.
Sure.
But you said that you got a lot of hate for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, when a song blows up like it did, the No Soul Blues popped off, and it came down to a lot of people being like, you ripped that off. And I'm like,
From who?
Yeah, you can't rip off the blues.
Yeah, the blues is the
blues.
blues.
You're talking about pop music. You're talking about metal music. It's 1, 4, or 5, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's.
There's no
I just
ripping off
played it like it
anything.
was.
Yeah,
And it's the blues. You can say you ripped it off all you want, but it's not. Take me to court. Like there's nothing you can do. Like it's the blues. There's only one way to play the blues, and it's 1, 4, 5 with a melody, and that's it.
pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, there's definitely like other renditions that you can do on it.
Sure,
but,
which I did.
maybe that's the part that they thought you were ripping off.
No, it was
Like,
the
wait a
melody.
minute.
And they're like, oh, you're still in that melody. And I'm like, dude, that melody's been stolen 1 billion times.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I noticed you have another song called But Where's the Melody?
Yeah, but where's the melody? Yeah. Yeah, I named that in spite, like, kind of like that. I'm like, fuck
Word.
off.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
So let's play it then.
Yeah, let's go.
This is a word from our sponsor, which we usually do a little bit later in the episode, but why not? We can do a Derpinschly commercial whenever the hell we feel like it. Hey, kid, are you tired of huffing rubber cement and getting all fucked up to where you can't remember your last Lego tournament, so you accidentally make a second submission, which just turns out to be more of Grandma's old green bean casserole?
Well, I can safely say that nothing like that has ever remotely happened to me.
And then you go chasing what you think is a trio of raccoons who stole your oven mitt in the shape of a fish?
Nope, can't say that I have.
And then you go over to your neighbor's house dressed entirely of silly string for your weekly square dancing lesson to find out you have no neighbor and you've been giving yourself naked silly string square dancing lessons this whole time?
Why do I get the impression you're not listening to anything I'm saying?
And then...
Stop, Derpinschly guy! You're making less sense than usual, and I really don't have time for this. I gotta get to my square dancing lessons.
Sounds like you could use a huff of Derpinschly's new medicinal grade rubber cement. Fast acting and nutritious.
Well, that's... you know what? I think you're right about those square dancing lessons.
See? I knew you had it in ya. Give yourself square dancing lessons with Derpinschly's new medicinal grade rubber cement, now in ammonia flavor. And remember, if it doesn't say Derpin, it's not Derpinschly. Oh man, those Derpinschly kids. What are we gonna do with them?
Yeah, that's
That was a pretty good one. So in response to that, we're gonna play this next song. But Where's the Melody? So here we go. Another song from Nick Johnson here. KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
Yeah, but where's the melody?
Yeah, but where's the melody?
Another amazing song.
By Nick Johnson here on KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio.
Yeah, that song, I came up with it because I'm a big fan of Don Ross, and I don't know if you guys know who Don Ross is, but he's a big guy in the finger picking community, and he loves to talk smack on the internet, and he was talking shit about people playing percussively, which
Right.
I do.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Why was he talking shit on that? I mean,
no, the whole thing. I'm like, you invented that shit in the 80s. I'm like, you did that, and then on his post, somebody said, "Yeah, but where's the melody?" And I was like, I'm gonna fucking write a song so sick, and I'm gonna name it that, and that's what I did, and then that song released on the record label that Don Ross started.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
huh.
Yeah.
No shit.
That's
Yeah.
funny shit.
So it went full circle, and it was, yeah.
How'd that happen?
I mean, in the fingerstyle community, Candy Right Records is like the pinnacle. That's
Okay.
where Don Ross, Andy McKee, Antoine Dufour, that's, as a high school kid, that's what I looked up to. And so over the years, I'm like, I really want to get on Candy Right Records. And I didn't know that Don Ross had a part in starting that
Word.
until that was the first song that I launched on there as a slap to Don Ross, not knowing that
Under
he
his own record label.
helped found that record label. And I was
So
like,
how did you find out?
talking to the owner.
He just is like, oh, by the way,
Yeah. Straight up. Yeah.
in case you didn't know,
In case you didn't know, yeah.
you just slapped one of our
That's
co-founders in
incredible.
the face.
Yeah, which I'm
But-
a big fan of rock and roll, and I'm like, that's fucking rock and roll.
That's
Let's
metal.
go. Yeah, that's, yeah.
Right.
Love that. Let's go.
You did it with style, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah, exactly. Love that. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, let's get to another one here since you got quite a few tunes that you sent me.
Sure.
This is Nick Johnson here on Gumption City Radio, KWJUDAS.
Oh, yes. Fop.
Indeed.
Yep.
Gumption City Radio, KWJUDAS. This is Nick Johnson. Was it that song that you were saying was nominated for a Grammy, or what were you saying on the break there?
That song is off my new album, Die Trying, which
Okay.
came out in 2022. My album, Vice of Choice, came out in 2019, and that song was put up for a Grammy. Yeah.
That song we just heard.
No, the album.
Oh, the album.
My entire album was put up for a Grammy. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
And you didn't win?
No, but dude, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Still.
That's something
Yeah.
that people will never
It's
get.
fucking wild. Yeah.
Yeah, even just
And
getting
I didn't even
nominated.
know. And my producer was like, "Yeah, dude, your album's up for a Grammy." Out of nowhere, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's
Wow.
like, "Yeah." And then I had another guitarist hit me up. He was like, "Do you know your album's up for a Grammy?" Because he was on the board. And I'm like, I didn't know that at all.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild, man. But I didn't win. But to be up there is sick. Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I mean, like, how does that just happen without you knowing about it?
I don't know. I work with top-notch people, and they have like I recorded those albums in Montreal, Canada.
Oh, no shit.
And yeah, with the best acoustic guitar producer in the world.
That's amazing.
He has some intel and put in a word,
Right.
and likes what I do, and yeah, that's how it kind of happens.
That probably wasn't too cheap, was it?
No, it was cheaper than recording it here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I did it.
No,
Nice.
Straight up. It was out the door like $2,000.
Oh, wow.
For the whole album?
And that's me going to Montreal. Yeah. Staying a week, recording the whole album, coming home. It was like $2,000.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd want to hook up Delpha Quorum?
Yes, please.
I mean, we'll go to Montreal.
I mean, I
week.
got the mate rate, dude. I don't know, but
The mate rate.
the mate rate.
Oh, never mind.
We almost thought we were having technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
for just a second.
Everything's good.
We are not, though.
We're good.
No, we're good. Let's have another song, shall
Let's
we?
go.
This is Nick Johnson here, Gumption City Radio. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
Gumption City Radio, KWJUDAS. So, you were about to tell us a story.
Yeah, it was. Buy the Ticket, Take the Ride was a song off Vice of Choice. And
that's the song we just heard, by the way.
Yeah, and I was touring in China, of all places, and so my internet didn't work hardly at all. I had to have a VPN and all that stuff. Like, it barely worked. And then I got a notification from Jared Dines. And those of you out there, you'll probably know Jared Dines is like the pinnacle of YouTube guitar. And he shared my video of me playing that song.
Word.
And my phone like got hot.
Oh, wow.
In China. I'm in China in some hotel room, and my phone got hot, and I was like, what is going on? And it wasn't working right anyways. And then all of a sudden it was like 2,000 new followers, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what is going on, man? And he just shared that video, and then he said he wanted to do a song together, which is why I wrote the song Die Trying. That was originally for him.
Word.
But he blew me off. So
you never got a response?
no.
Sad.
What a chode.
No, he is a chode. From what I've heard, he is. Which is fine.
Well, this song goes out to you, you chode.
Yeah.
First off, it's the middle of the show.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to play this song right after Wizard has a useless fact.
But thanks for the shout out, man. Yeah, it meant a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
You have a useless fact?
don't I always have a useless fact?
Indeed.
That's it.
So snails go through 25,000 teeth on average in their life, even though their mouth is smaller than a pinhead. 25,000 teeth.
That's incredible.
Little buggers.
Can we get a... Yeah.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
clap.
Indubitably.
Brought to you by the Wizard.
All right. As promised, this next song goes out to the chode on YouTube. Thanks for being a chode. Jared Dimes. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a chode so many times. I don't want to get Nick in trouble or anything.
Nah, you know what? Fuck him. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to listen to this, and if he does, it'll probably just get us way more views.
Yeah.
Then
Cool.
he'll share this video because we called him a chode.
Yeah. No, I'll call him a chode to his face.
Yeah, there we go. There's the attitude.
But everybody knows that. So,
That he's a chode?
yeah.
Now, when you say the word chode, do you think a short and stubby penis, or do you think the gooch area between the balls and the asshole?
Short and stubby penis. That's a chode.
Word. Yeah. See, I was always raised otherwise, thinking
Really?
it was the gooch, the
taint?
area between
Taint, yeah.
the balls and the asshole.
No,
And
that's not a chode.
It was like a lot later on when I heard somebody refer to it as a penis,
Yeah.
and I was all like, a penis? But there's so many other words for a penis.
Not for a chode, though.
But for a gooch, there's only like your taint,
There's 3, yeah.
your gooch,
Yeah.
and your chode.
It's not chode. No.
Your perineum.
Oh.
Oh, and your grundle.
Yeah, it is also referred to as a grundle.
So there's a couple of them. They're just not as popular of words.
Yeah, but
a
a chode, hard no.
I've actually
A
looked it
chode
up.
is it's like before you get up in math class. It's like that's what you got. Yeah, and you got to try to hide it. Yeah.
Word. Well, thank you for disclosing that. Because it's like on constant debate on this show, and we're always welcome to new opinions.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not saying that like what the way I was raised is right.
Well, I'm here to tell you it was wrong.
I have looked it up though, and it actually gives both definitions.
Does it?
So yeah.
So we're
on the Urban Dictionary.
I was actually going to
Okay.
say it is definitely used as slang for taint in some areas of it. It can vary from like town to town.
so it's-
What about you, Wizard?
See, I always grew up thinking it was like chode was your taint,
So that's 2 against 1.
Oh shit.
like legitimately, like
Really?
and heard that it was a short, stubby penis later on, much later on.
Yeah, me too.
So
So were you raised in Utah?
yeah,
I was gonna say maybe. What part of Utah?
Utah County, Lehigh. Swear.
Oh no shit! So was I.
Yeah.
I was raised, not born in Lehigh, but grew up there.
Yeah. I was born in Orem initially, and then moved to Lehigh. Yeah.
Word. Yeah, we lived in Price when I was first born, and then
I'm sorry.
upgraded to Lehigh. And
That's
now when I go through Lehigh, that whole place has just changed so damn much. I almost get in a wreck just because I'm constantly rubbernecking. I'm like, oh shit, that's gone, and oh shit, that's changed.
That's
and,
what it's
oh,
like.
Lehigh.
through
Lehigh is
Springville
a
now.
fucking shit show, and it always has been.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like, dude, it's so garbage. So garbage. I won't even go into it.
The way that they got the whole thing like
Well,
planned out,
It's so fucking garbage.
and then they put like more Lehigh Main Street was already so constipated, and then they put more
they
shit in the middle of the street.
They fucked it up back then, and they're still like, oh, just put up more buildings and bring more people in. There's
Right.
nowhere for anyone to go. They fucked it all up. Put a roundabout in, and then put fucking things on the street so the snow plows can't go through the fucking street. That'll cost another $250,000. Like,
Wow, someone's making great decisions over there. It sounds like.
no, terrible.
No.
Consistently terrible. Lehigh City, get your fucking shit together.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. It's almost as bad in Provo.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the stuff that Provo has been doing the last couple of years. I always used to hear people say that they hated Provo, like especially my Salt Lake friends. And of course, a Salt Lake person would say that.
No, of course.
And I never really understood why they particularly mentioned they hate driving through Provo. I have lived most of my life not driving. So I just got my license a couple years ago, and just started driving a couple years ago. Got my first car. And no, it's true. I hate driving through Provo. You know,
it's
I live
Utah
here in
County,
Orem.
man. It's Utah County. It's insane. I've driven in every state in the United States. Utah County.
And back
is
when I was
the
a
worst.
Lad, back when I was a wee lad, that road that runs all the way through Utah County called State Street used to be like 3 or 4 lanes on either side, no islands, no roundabouts. You could get around super stupid easy, and then one by one each town started putting in these ridiculous islands and weird roundabouts and intersections that don't make sense, and just started making it harder and harder and harder to navigate.
Well, that comes with more and more people. Like, you
Yeah.
have to do something. It's either stoplights or roundabouts. And I believe in roundabouts more than stoplights,
Absolutely.
which the state doesn't care to do anything about, seems like.
We got a couple of them, especially around here.
Yeah.
There's that one over there, and then that one over there.
What about that one?
I don't know about that one over there.
Yeah, that one's sketchy. Fuck
Yeah,
that
I don't know if that counts as a roundabout. You just pointed at Wizard.
I don't know. I kind of like the
I'm kidding.
efficiency of all the 4-way stops in Vegas. There's not a ton of lights out in
What about
Vegas.
the 5-way stops? You ever been around that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit's gnarly.
Depending on the drivers, but that's why I was like, I like the
You're
way
like
it works out
dodging
there.
a homeless man,
right?
And fucking yeah.
But if you were to put all 4-way stops here in Utah, like half the drivers in Utah don't know what to do at a 4-way stop. It is the most bizarre thing.
I'll
Yeah.
admit I'm not entirely sure all the time.
No,
I just kind of go with it.
I think they do know what to do. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's the whole
That's
point.
probably that's why they signal left and turn right.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
trying to throw you off.
No, I've always said, like, I would rather drive in rush hour traffic in LA because I've done it than LA traffic on I-15.
Oh yeah, no, thank you.
Like, it's not even close, man. Like, because everyone in LA, like, it's life or death.
Oh, I know.
And people in Utah are just like, I don't give a shit. Like,
No, when my first experience driving in California, at first it was terrifying. It's like you're trying to get on the freeway and the whole thing is just going full speed ahead, so you just have to
until
jump
you,
in
until you figure it out.
Well, yeah,
you,
once you figure it
assert
out, yeah.
dominance, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, yeah.
No,
I'm
but you
getting
have
over
to
now.
drive like that everywhere you go. You put on your
Which
lights
is
and
great.
get over.
But you're aware.
Yes,
You're aware.
very.
People here,
They're not. You have to
Couldn't
watch
care
out for
less.
them, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm dodging them all the time. I'm just driving down and they're trying to get into my lane and I have to like dodge. Like, holy fuck, you dumbass.
yep.
Yeah, see, and I wouldn't even notice because I've
But
only
my
driven
first
here.
experience out there for a
He's too
second
busy making
was a little
music,
scary.
man. He's too busy making music.
Well, that too, but I've only driven a couple years, and it's only been here in Utah County and Salt Lake,
Yeah.
which, man, I don't like Salt Lake.
Yeah.
There's like one-way roads and shit.
No,
and
Salt Lake is the best, honestly.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
a
easy to
cunt
get around
trying to
once
find
you,
a
once you
parking
understand it all,
space.
once you know it. Parking is one thing, and even with parking, it's about knowing where the little hidden parking spots are.
You got to have a tip. Yeah.
Or have a handicapped parking space placard.
That's true. That's true. Even
makes
then, though, it's
everything
Which
tough.
mine is about
Parking
to expire.
parking downtown sucks, but if you go to any other major city, it's so much worse.
Yeah.
So much
That's why I was like, it
worse.
is not bad out here, and I know it is
No.
so much worse. There are cities I've been in that literally never going to find anywhere free to park for one.
Yeah.
It's either metered or in a garage you got to pay to get into.
Yeah.
A lot of Salt Lake is still like that, though.
There's way more free parking out there than you think. You just got to know where it's at.
Way more than, like, New York. You're fucked.
Oh, I'm
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Like New York or L.A.
A lot of
LA.
places in Salt Lake, you'll have one street that's got all of the actual physical parking meters there, and then you can pop just around the corner, and there's free stuff right off the side of the
it's
road.
not-
and
it's
some
not
of it's
bad.
yeah, it's
Is
not,
it
it's not horrible.
inconvenient? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it bad? No. Go to Kansas City. Let me know how you feel about it.
Yeah, sounds like fun. We've been yapping for a little bit.
That's where I'm going.
Let's our screen even took a shit there. Let's play some more music.
Yeah.
This is Nick Johnson here. Thank you all for joining us on Gumption City Radio.
Pop, 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 pop.
Oh, yes.
Pop, 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 pop.
Very nice. Very nice.
Gumption City Radio, folks. We are approaching the end of the hour here. But I wanted to first mention, before we get going, I saw a post that you had about, was it a tournament that you just won?
Yeah. I just won the Utah State Fingerstyle Championship. Yeah.
Word. Where was that at?
It was in downtown Salt Lake. And it's finger picking championship. That's my second time winning it. I've also won the Wyoming State Championship twice.
Impressive.
Nice.
So that's 4 state championships, which leads you to now I got to go to the international championship, which is in Kansas, and I'm gonna try to take it down this year.
Hell yeah!
When is that going to happen?
September 19th.
Word.
So week after next. Yeah.
Nice. So, do you have any other shows coming up or anything you want to plug before we get going?
No, I'm just that, the Utah State Championship. I mean, a lot of people have helped me out with that, so shout out. I put out a post, like, asking for help because there was not enough time to book shows or book tours or whatever, and people showed out. So, thank you for that.
Hell yeah.
And it's so sick, man. Like, they paid for the whole way.
Y'all know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are, and thank you so much. Other than that, I'm working on shows.
We should put a show together sometime.
We absolutely should.
I think it would be a good matchup.
I don't know why not.
Word.
I don't know why not.
I'm trying to get something going on in October that maybe if we can get a venue, then I might hit you up.
Yeah. What venue are you looking for?
It might go down in Payson again, which I don't prefer, but we got a touring band that's coming through, the band I was just showing you, Wizard, and they want a gig, so I'm trying to find people to play with them and a place for them to play.
There's a spot right off the freeway. Something music.
In Utah County or Salt Lake?
Salt Lake County. Right off the freeway, like 33rd South. Riverton Music.
Word.
They have such a sick venue, and they don't do shows. And so the last time I saw them was at some guitar thing, and I'm like, please let me put on a show there. And they're like, yeah, whenever.
Really?
So, yeah, and I've been meaning to hit them up because the sound, the acoustics are insane. And I'm like, why the fuck are you not? And they were like, yeah, whenever you want. So I've been meaning to hit them up, and yeah, I'd love to have you guys on that bill. That'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, if you get a date, then let us know.
Maybe a Halloween date?
Halloween would be great.
That would be.
You
That's
guys-
that's our favorite time of year.
I know. You guys would fit Halloween so hard.
We're a Halloween band.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
This year, we're thinking of dressing up because we do a theme. We try and dress up like a different genre every Halloween. So we've done like punk rock and butt rock and hip hop.
If you get on our Facebook, then you can see all the different types of bands we've dressed up over the years for Halloween.
Yeah, this year we did a mariachi band. Last year we were like monk druids, the oldest type of music there is.
Not like ghosts.
And this year we're probably going to go as a barbershop. Can't say quartet.
Because there's three of us.
Quintet.
No, that would be a 5-piece. We're only
We're
a 3-piece
three
now.
Oh.
So it'd be a barbershop
Triplet.
trio or
Triplet.
triptet, tritet,
Triplet.
triplets, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be fucking amazing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, yeah, we'll
Where
have
you-
to talk about a Halloween show.
Let's play, man. Let's do it.
Word. All right. Well, where do we find your music online before we go?
Nick Red Shred on most social medias. Facebook.com/Nick Redshred, Instagram @Nick Redshred, TikTok Nick Redshred. If you want tabs to learn my music, it's nickjohnsonacoustic.com/tabs or candyrockrecords.com/tabs.
Well, you heard the man, folks. Get out there and get looking him up. We have one more song left for you. And here it is, KWJUDAS, Gumption City Radio. We'd like to thank you once again for joining us on yet another exciting and exclusive episode of KWJUDAS on Gumption City Radio. We'll now turn you back to our regularly scheduled Gumption City programming.